So what is the best way to save time and to stay on brand when you're using Canva? The answer is a brand kit, which you probably noticed from the name of this video. But I want to show you today how you can upload your Canva brand kit, how you can bring in your logos, your elements, your colors, your fonts, all of the different bits and pieces to make sure that you have a cohesive brand that you can access and use really, really regularly. So hi, if it's your first time here, my name is Jacqui and I'm a graphic designer who loves teaching business owners how to use Canva and design strategically to grow their business. Now, if you've been here for a long time, you'll have noticed my office has changed a little bit. We have recently moved house and I am still setting up. So this is still on the ground, but I've added in some purple lights to kind of bring the vibes, but hopefully by the new year, I'll have everything set up properly. So today I want to talk to you about Canva brand kits. And I want to make sure that if you are struggling with creating your brand in Canva and you want some support, stick around to the end for an exciting opportunity to work with me. So Canva brand kits are a pro feature. So you must have Canva Pro to do this. Inside my courses, I teach ways you can kind of work around this. But in essence, if you're running a business on Canva, I highly recommend investing in Canva Pro. It's just one of your business expenses that is going to save you a lot of time, effort, and money as you go into things. So business investment I recommend in. But if you want to do the Canva brand kit, you need to have Canva Pro. So to access your Canva brand kit when you're already in a design, I'll show you how to do that later. But to set it up for the first time, just head to your homepage on Canva. See, when you open up Canva, you've got this side panel down the edge here, and you'll see one section that's called brand. You'll see it's also got a little crown on it, really reminding you that it is a Canva Pro feature. Click on this brand option and you'll see down the side again, we've got brand kits, brand templates, and brand controls. Brand controls is probably more necessary if you have a lot of team working on your designs, whereas if you're a small business and you've just got one team member or yourself, this isn't as necessary, but you can know that this is here in terms of you can restrict what fonts, what colors people can use at all. But for us, I'm not going to go here because for small businesses, it's not really a thing. We've also got brand templates. So brand templates is where you can actually save in here a design that you've worked on in the past and save it as your own template. So you know how Canva has templates you can use, you can kind of save in your own brand templates. Where we're going to focus today is on this brand kit section. Now, I've already got this populated with a lot of brands that I work with, so yours might have 0 here. Wherever you're sitting at, if you want to start a new brand kit, head over to this Add New button on the right-hand side and press Add New. Here is when you decide to name a brand kit. Here's where you just name your business's name. Like you don't make this confusing. If you've got a business that has a brand, call this your business. So I'm going to call this one the one that I'm going to be setting up a brand for today, which is Bendigo Wine Tours. Hit create. And now you can fill in all of these areas. Now I know this looks a little bit daunting because we've got a few things to fill in, but in essence, you can fill in as much or as little as you would like. First section we have is the logos. This is where you'd bring in your logos. If you've worked with me, you'll know that I recommend using logos in SVG files. SVG files are really high crisp quality and mean that you can change the colors of your logo as well, should you have a nice clean vector file format. So I'm going to go in here and press upload, and I've got a folder saved with a few things that I want to work with. So I'm going to select the main logo here and press open, or if I want to select more than one, I can actually just press Command on my keyboard, Control if you're on PC, I believe, and select more than one. So they've got 2 logos here we're going to work with, and press open. That's then going to upload these logos into this area. Now, a fun side fact is if you've set up your brand kit in the past and you've used your logos from the brand kit in your designs, which I'll show you how to do soon, and you choose to update your logo later, you can actually choose to replace your logo, and it will actually replace it across all of the designs you've used this in the past. Now, obviously, you've got to make sure you've used it perfectly, but that's just a fun fact in case you didn't realize that. And so you see here, I've added in these logos. Now, I'm going to show you how great these are in the future, but in essence, because I've loaded in an SVG file, I don't need to upload a heap of different color variations to this. So often I recommend people do a white version and a black version and a full color version and any other color variations that they have if they've got a brand and they're really strong brand and design. But because we're doing an SVG, it means we can actually change the colors inside Canva. So if you want to, unless you're using a lot of different variations really regularly, you can just change these as you're using them inside Canva. All right, so that's our logos done. I've loaded these in as transparent SVG files. By the way, we have created this logo inside Canva. We saved this logo file format from Canva and did it all through Canva. And if you want to work with me to do this kind of stuff for your own business, make sure you stick around to the end to find out how. All right, next up is our color palette. Now, this is really, really important because if you don't insert your color palette here, you're going to be unsure of which colors to use in your designs, and you're probably going to vary from them too much. The benefit of a consistent brand is it becomes recognizable, it becomes easy to use, and it's always backing up your brand message, because we need to have a brand that backs up our brand message, that conveys our price point, that conveys and talks to our ideal audience, that conveys the kind of feeling we want our brand to represent. And if we've done this intentionally, our colors are going to do that. And so it's really important we use these consistently. So having these loaded into your brand kit is going to make that happen very easily. So to add a color into your brand kit, just press Add New, and you can choose a color here. So you can choose to just wiggle this around and find one. But hopefully if you've done some brand work, you will have worked out what your brand should be. So I'm going to open up a whiteboard here of one of my clients that we've worked together on creating this brand. And she's got a lot of colors down here. So all I need to do is click on this color So I want to use this dark purple. If I click on the color, if I click on kind of any shape or any text box that features that color, and then I click up here and select this circle, I can then go over here and press, and just if I hover over this color, you can see this little toggle comes up. And if I click on this, it's going to tell me what this hex code is. So a hex code is a letter and number combination that goes for about 6 digits that starts with usually a hashtag, that starts with a hashtag, and you can copy this. So copy, select it all, right click and press copy, or you can just press Control C, toggle back over to your brand kit here. I'm going to close this one because that wasn't a real one. Press new and then paste this in. So I'm going to press paste, and it's got that hex code in there right now. I can choose to name this color, or I can just leave it. If I leave it, it'll just be named the hex code color, or if you wanted to, hers is, we've represented this on wine. So you can name that color whatever you'd like it to do. So I'm now going to go through and do that for each of my colors. All right, so I've gone in and added those colors. You can also add in black and white if you kind of use those regularly in your branding. That'd be a nice thing to do. Another option, if you need to, you can also add a CMYK color version in here. I'm not going to go into what that is. If you don't know, then you probably don't need it. But if you are doing a lot of printing, you might want to add in a CMYK version, but I'm not going to touch that for now. Okay, so I've got my colors in here. Next up is my fonts. Again, if we want our brand to be consistent, we need to use our fonts consistently. To my students, I usually recommend having 1 to 3 different fonts, maybe 4 if they really go cohesively together. And yes, you can actually even just have 1. Now, I don't recommend filling in all of these different variations unless you're getting really finicky on your brand, because I really do believe that you can just mix and match your fonts as you need to. Sometimes you're going to want to use your subtext font as a heading. Sometimes you're going to want to use your heading font as a subtext font. You might want to use your body text font sometimes as a heading font. That's going to switch around. Like, the fonts that we choose are there to kind of build up the brand rather than be used really, really rigidly in a way that feels really restrictive for us. So I'm going to go in here and instead add in our brand fonts. So not stress about filling in all of these in. I'm just going to fill in a couple. So I'm going to first fill in the title. So I'm going to choose in here. I can name this title, or I can name it heading, whatever's going to make sense to you. I'm going to leave it as heading, and I'm going to choose my font. Now, for us, we've used fonts that are inside Canva already. So that's really simple. I'm going to select the font. I'm also going to choose if I want it. If I'm going to use this regularly for headings, then I might want to make this really large. I can make this font always naturally appear 144, and I just press tick. Again, I might use same for a subheading here. I'm going to make this a lot larger because cursive fonts seem to go a bit smaller. Select, and then I'm going to do the same for our body text. Now, that's all I'm actually going to do here. I'm not going to have to fill in all of these different areas. Whatever you leave blank will not appear in your brand kit. Now, if you have a font that you've purchased elsewhere, which I highly recommend doing, it means that your branding is a little bit more unique than the Canva classic fonts, you can just press this add new button, and you can upload a font from your own computer that you've purchased. You also note here we've got an add guidelines section. So if you do have team for you, you can kind of write in here how you want those fonts to be used. All right, let's move down. So now you've also got brand voice. This is if you're going to use the magic write feature inside Canva. You can give a bit of a direction around the kind of style of tone of voice you want it to use. I'm not going to go into that now because I focus more on brand look, but this is definitely something that you could play into if you are going to use the magic write feature regularly. And then down the bottom here, we've got photos, graphics, and icons. So if you've got a set of brand photos, or even if you've just got a really great photo or two of yourself, or a great photo or two that you use regularly for your business, add those in here. I highly recommend, if you can afford it, to invest in some professional photography. It's going to make your branding and design a whole lot easier to do because you've got some great photos to back it up. Whereas if you have really sloppy photos, it's going to drag your branding down. And there's also a graphics section here. So this is what I call with my students elements. These are the elements you're using that make your graphics pop, that make your graphics feel like you. And so for us with this brand here, we went and purchased a set of graphics, and we've uploaded these into Canva so we can use. So I'm going to now select these little SVG files. Again, SVG means I can change the color of it if it's a beautiful, flat, clean element. This is just a one color element, so it's going to be possible. I'm going to select those and press open, and that's now going to populate here in this graphics section. Now you can also rename these if you want to. So I could do flower bud and whatever you kind of want to here. You can also do the same thing with icons if you've got regular icons that you use for your business. Now this is mostly done. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to hit save or anything. This is kind of there ready to use. So I'm now going to open up a new Canva design and see if we can see it in practice, and also show you a couple other ways that you can add to your brand kit on the go. I'm going to select social media, choose Instagram post, and design ourselves an Instagram post. Now see, if I click on elements here and choose to add in like any kind of shape or anything that's color changeable, if I click on this shape and click on this color now, I can actually go in and see and select my brand kit. Now I've got a lot of different brand kits open right now, so I'm gonna actually select this and choose to select the brand kit I just created. So I'm gonna press select brand kit, and that's now going to open itself up here. So if you don't see your brand kit straight away, make sure you do that. I'm now going to select the different colors, and I can change this to be automatically on brand straight away with just a couple of clicks. just like that. So simple. And again, you can do the same thing with your text. I can click on this text and I can change the color of it to suit my branding. And if I want to change the text to match one of my brand fonts, all I need to do is click on the little font option up here. And you can see down here, if I scroll down, I've got Bendigo Wine Tours and it's got my 3 font options. If you added more in here, they'll all be in there. But for me, I can just select this straight away. I don't have to scroll through my fonts. I don't have to do anything. It's all right there. And now if I want to add in one of my branding elements, I can actually click on this brand kit option over here. If I want to see everything at once, I can see my logos. If I click on this, I can now insert this as a logo. I can see all of my colors here ready to look at. I can see those fonts. And if I press title here, it's going to automatically insert quite a large piece of text in that font that I've selected. Same with subheading, same with body text. You can see that's all kind of already inserted in a similar kind of size than what I might need because I selected those sizes when I chose the fonts. I've got the brand voice and photos that I haven't added in here, and also my brand graphics are all here. I can press see all and I can see them all straight away. So if I just open a new design here, I can insert this in. And again, because I made this an SVG file, I can now change the colors. I can select this to be any color whatsoever because I decided to make that a really versatile file. So I'm just going to make a quick design here to show you how this all works together. So I'm going to change this background color to one of my new branding colors. Insert another brand element here. Maybe I change this to my darker purple as well. Can pop this over here, maybe flip it like so. Then I can bring in my logo again. If I go up to the top here, insert my logo. And again, if I thought, you know what, this black's a bit dark or this purple's not quite right, I can change that. I can click on the purple here and I can say I want this light color. I might choose that I want my black text to be white, and I might choose I want my subheading to be black. And I've just changed the colors all inside there. You can see if I zoom in, it's nice and crisp and clean, and it's able to be changed colors. So I highly recommend saving an SVG file of your logo. And you can see as well, I can also insert this version if I wanted to. And again, I can change the colors. If I wanted it all to be in white, I can do that, or all in different colors. And again, I could pop that cute down the bottom as a little sub mark for my brand. And it's all done right there, right inside my Canva. Now, if you're on the go and you want to add a few things into your designs, like say, for example, you found some Canva elements you want to use in your graphics, what you can actually do here is link a folder. Now, I don't recommend downloading graphics you find in Canva, downloading them off onto your computer and then uploading them back into your brand kit, because the person who created that element or that photo doesn't actually get credit anymore when you use those after you've exported it and brought it back in. Whereas every time you use a Canva element at the moment and you just use in here, the person who created this element and did all this hard work illustrating it gets a little bit of a kickback from Canva to say thank you for creating this element. Whereas if I was to export this out of Canva and then upload it back in, they no longer get credit. So it's just not a very nice way to do business. So instead, what you can do is insert things into a folder. So say, for example, I'll just go into these. Say I really liked this little set of glasses. I can press these 3 dots on this image. I can press add to folder. I'm just going to make a random folder called test elements, because that's what I'm doing here, and press move to folder. And I would do that with as many graphic elements as I wanted to. I can click on this one, press add to folder, choose the elements folder. And now what I can do is I can go back to my brand kit, go into the graphics section, press see all, press edit, press the little plus button that appears after I click edit, and press link folder instead of upload graphics. So I can now press this little test elements folder that I just created and press link folder. And now this little graphic elements that are just from Canva are now appearing as a little folder here. So I'm going to hit save. And if I press test elements here, these are now appearing here ready for me to use, that's not going to get lost, that's inside my brand kit should any of my team want to access this, and it's all here very, very easily. So making sure that if you can do the same thing with your photos, you can do the same thing with any elements that you find inside Canva. So that's how you can use your brand kit inside Canva to create graphics that are really on brand very quickly, to make sure that you're creating a brand that is recognizable, that every graphic that you make is building up your brand message and helping to solidify you as the expert in your field, as a professional in your field, rather than looking a bit all over the place, a bit haywire, and taking ages to design your graphics. For example, if you now find a Canva template, you can now go in and quickly change your fonts, quickly change the colors on that Canva template to match your brand, which is what you should be doing every single time you create a graphic. Now, if you don't feel like you have all these brand elements, all these really great versatile SVG logos, all this great color palette and font choices sorted for your business, I would love to work with you. I have 2 options to do this. One, if you are newer in business and have a bit of a lower budget, I have a program called DIY Design My Biz. Here you can work with me to create your brand. I have a whole course portal that you can work through in your own time that steps you through every single step of creating a brand that's really robust, really resonates with your audience, and actually looks really great and professional. Plus, inside this program, you can then work with me. You can ask me questions. You can join monthly live sessions with me where we can design together, we can dialogue together, we can choose color palettes, we can create logos together every month, or you can post inside a Facebook group in the meantime to get my eyes and my support on your brand. If you've been in business a little bit longer and you're looking to maybe do a rebrand, you're looking to maybe refine your brand and make it really, really elevated, and you want a bit of high touch support, whether that's for you or a team member, you can join me in the Co-Creation Design Club. This is a high touch container where you can join me for 6 months and we can work together on every single graphic for your brand. We can make sure everything that you put out there is speaking professional, is speaking elevated, is speaking premium, is speaking trustworthy, so that you can get the right clients to your business and save yourself time and effort in the meantime without the huge in-house cost of hiring a designer. So thanks for joining me for this video. I hope you found it so useful, and I'm looking forward to seeing you create incredible brand kits. And if you want that support, I hope to see you in one of my programs soon. All the links for those programs will be below. I hope to see you there. Bye.